Remember words by reading essays. Stars Beyond Elysium.
Good morning. Today we will study the article Stars Beyond Elysium. Please listen carefully as we go through the entire passage once to get a general understanding of the story and its atmosphere.
Commander Rhea received a dressing down from the Colony Council for ignoring critical safety protocols. Even as she faced harsh criticism, she refused to excoriate herself for daring to push boundaries. The Council would not brook any deviations from protocol, especially after a deferral payment for the colony's life-sustaining reactor had mysteriously vanished. Some crew members tried to masquerade competence, but the acute risk to oxygen supplies had already taken a heavy toll on morale. The failure could wreak havoc on the delicate ecosystem of the station, highlighting the gravity of every decision. Whispers of mutiny simmered in the corridors. The colony's founder, now impotent to change events, lay supine, staring at the transparent ceiling of the dome, while supply drones wobbled overhead. Saber-rattling factions tried to assert dominance, patrolling the rickety maintenance tunnels. Commander Rhea had to grit her teeth, advancing through the tottering sectors, ready to plod through endless data logs to secure survival. Rhea felt duty-bound to protect her crew. This crisis wasn't a one-off, just a smidgen of the challenges they'd face among the stars. At the reactor chamber, a rival faction tried to outbid her for control of energy reserves. But alas for them, Rhea had anticipated the move. After analyzing gobs of sensor data, she uncovered a cluster of system failures caused by sabotage. The investigation revealed a spate of deceitful actions by the colony's supposed stellar engineers. Survival depended on quick thinking, stamina, and unwavering resolve, proving even in the vast cosmos, human ingenuity could prevail.
Now, we will listen to the passage again. This time, as we move through the text, I will explain some of the key vocabulary and important phrases that appear in the article.
Commander Rhea received a dressing down from the Colony Council for ignoring critical safety protocols.
In the passage, dressing down means a strong verbal scolding or criticism from someone in authority. Commander Rhea receives a dressing down from the Colony Council because she ignored important safety protocols. It suggests a serious reprimand meant to correct behavior.
Is a dressing down the same as simple criticism?
Not exactly. It's usually harsher and more formal, often given by a superior to someone who made a significant mistake.
So it's like being strongly told off by a boss.
Exactly. It emphasizes a stern and sometimes public rebuke.
Even as she faced harsh criticism, she refused to excoriate herself for daring to push boundaries.
In this passage, excoriate means to criticize someone very harshly or severely. Commander Rhea refuses to excoriate herself, which means she does not blame or attack herself strongly for pushing boundaries. The word often suggests intense, almost brutal criticism.
Does excoriate always mean criticizing another person?
Usually, yes, but it can also be used for self-criticism, as in this sentence.
Is it stronger than just criticize?
Exactly. It implies extremely harsh and damaging criticism.
The Council would not brook any deviations from protocol.
In the sentence, would not brook any deviations. The verb brook means to tolerate or allow something. It's usually used in negative forms, like not brook, meaning someone refuses to accept a certain behavior. Here, the Council would not tolerate any breaking of the rules.
Is brook a common word in everyday conversation?
Not very common. It sounds a bit formal or literary, and it's often seen in writing.
So, not brook basically means not allow.
Exactly. It emphasizes a firm refusal to tolerate something.
especially after a deferral payment for the colony's life-sustaining reactor had mysteriously vanished.
In the passage, deferral payment refers to a payment that has been postponed to a later time. A deferral means delaying something, especially a financial obligation. So the colony had arranged to pay for the reactor later. But that reserved payment mysteriously disappeared.
Does deferral always relate to money?
Often it does, especially in finance or loans. But it can also mean delaying other responsibilities.
So a deferral payment is money scheduled to be paid later.
Exactly. It's a delayed or postponed payment.
Some crew members tried to masquerade competence.
In this sentence, masquerade means pretending to be something you are not. Some crew members tried to masquerade competence, meaning they acted as if they were capable and confident, even if they were not. The word suggests a kind of disguise or false appearance.
Does masquerade always involve pretending?
Yes. It usually means hiding the truth behind a false identity or behavior.
Is it related to a masquerade party with masks?
Exactly. The original idea comes from wearing masks to hide who you really are.
But the acute risk to oxygen supplies.
In the phrase acute risk, the word acute means very serious, intense, or severe. It describes a situation that is urgent and dangerous. In the passage, the risk to the oxygen supply is extremely serious. So the word emphasizes how critical the problem is.
Does acute always mean something serious?
Often, yes. It can describe strong pain, severe problems, or urgent situations.
Is it the opposite of something mild or small?
Exactly. Acute highlights intensity and seriousness.
Had already taken a heavy toll on morale.
In the phrase taken a heavy toll on morale, the word toll means damage, loss, or suffering caused by something difficult. It doesn't refer to money here. Instead, it shows that this stressful situation has seriously weakened the crew's confidence and spirit.
Does toll usually describe negative effects?
Yes. It often refers to harm or strain caused over time.
So take a toll means something gradually causes damage.
Exactly. It emphasizes the harmful impact on people or conditions.
The failure could wreak havoc on the delicate ecosystem of the station, highlighting the gravity of every decision.
In the phrase wreak havoc on, the expression means to cause great damage, chaos, or destruction. In the passage, a failure in the system could wreak havoc on the station's ecosystem, meaning it could seriously disrupt or damage the delicate balance of life there.
Does havoc mean complete destruction?
Not always complete, but it suggests severe disorder and damage.
And wreak means to cause that damage.
Exactly. Wreak havoc emphasizes causing serious chaos or harm.
Whispers of mutiny simmered in the corridors.
In the sentence, whispers of mutiny simmered in the corridors. The word simmered means to exist quietly but with growing tension. It comes from cooking, where liquid simmers just below boiling. Here, it suggests that dissatisfaction and rebellion were slowly building among the crew.
So no one was openly rebelling yet.
Exactly. The feeling was present but still quiet and controlled.
Does it imply the situation might get worse?
Yes. It suggests the tension could soon boil over into open conflict.
The colony's founder, now impotent to change events.
In the phrase, the colony's founder, now impotent to change events, the word impotent means powerless or unable to act effectively. It shows that the founder can no longer influence what's happening in the colony.
Does impotent only refer to people?
Mostly, yes. But it can also describe things or systems that lack power or effect.
So it means having no control over the situation.
Exactly. It emphasizes complete inability to affect outcomes.
Lay supine, staring at the transparent ceiling of the dome.
In the sentence, lay supine, staring at the transparent ceiling. The word supine means lying flat on your back, facing upward. It often suggests passivity or helplessness. Here, the founder is lying supine, showing both physical and emotional inaction.
Can supine also mean weak or lazy?
Figuratively, yes. It can imply passivity or lack of effort in addition to the literal lying position.
So he's not just lying down. He's also helpless.
Exactly. It combines a physical posture with a sense of powerlessness.
While supply drones wobbled overhead.
In the sentence, supply drones wobbled overhead. The word wobbled means to move unsteadily from side to side. It suggests instability or shakiness. Here, it shows the drones aren't flying smoothly, adding tension to the scene.
Does wobble only describe machines?
No. It can describe anything unsteady, people, objects, or even voices.
So it emphasizes lack of balance or control.
Exactly. It conveys uncertainty or instability in motion.
Saber-rattling factions tried to assert dominance.
In the passage, saber-rattling refers to aggressive posturing or threats meant to intimidate others, often without actual conflict. It comes from shaking a sword to show power. Here, factions are trying to assert dominance through intimidation.
So they're not actually fighting yet.
Exactly. It's more about showing strength and warning others than direct action.
Can saber rattling be used outside of war contexts?
Yes. It can describe any aggressive or threatening behavior meant to scare someone.
Patrolling the rickety maintenance tunnels.
In the phrase rickety maintenance tunnels, the word rickety means poorly built, unstable, or likely to collapse. It emphasizes that the tunnels are unsafe and fragile, adding tension to the scene.
Can rickety describe things other than buildings?
Yes. It can describe any structure, vehicle, or even objects that are shaky or weak.
So it's like saying something might break easily.
Exactly. It highlights instability and fragility.
Commander Rhea had to grit her teeth.
In the sentence, Commander Rhea had to grit her teeth. The phrase grit her teeth means to brace herself and endure a difficult or unpleasant situation with determination. It shows mental toughness in the face of challenges.
Does it literally mean clenching teeth?
Literally, yes. But here it's figurative, showing resolve and determination rather than just the physical action.
So it's about staying strong even when things are hard.
Exactly. It emphasizes persistence and inner strength.
Advancing through the tottering sectors.
In the phrase, advancing through the tottering sectors, the word tottering means unstable, shaky, or on the verge of collapse. It describes parts of the station that are physically unsafe and fragile.
Can tottering describe people too?
Yes. It can describe someone who is unsteady on their feet, or even someone who is weak or uncertain in position.
So it emphasizes instability and danger.
Exactly. It highlights both physical shakiness and vulnerability.
Ready to plod through endless data logs to secure survival.
In the sentence, ready to plod through endless data logs. The word plod means to move or work slowly and steadily, often with effort or fatigue. It suggests persistence despite it being tedious or exhausting.
So it's not fast or exciting work.
Exactly. It emphasizes steady effort rather than speed or ease.
Can plod be used for walking too?
Yes. It can describe slow, heavy walking as well as persistent work.
Rhea felt duty-bound to protect her crew.
In the phrase, Rhea felt duty-bound to protect her crew. Duty-bound means obligated or morally compelled to do something. It shows that Rhea feels a strong responsibility toward her crew.
Is duty-bound the same as forced to do something?
Not exactly. It's more about a moral or ethical obligation, not just external pressure.
So it emphasizes responsibility and commitment.
Exactly. It highlights a sense of honor and personal responsibility.
This crisis wasn't a one-off.
In the sentence, this crisis wasn't a one-off. The term one-off means something that happens only once or is unique. Here, it shows that the challenges in space are not rare, they're likely to happen again.
Can one-off describe positive events too?
Yes. It can refer to any unique or singular event, good or bad.
So it's like saying, not a one-time thing.
Exactly. It emphasizes that something is unusual but could recur.
Just a smidgen of the challenges they'd face among the stars.
In the phrase, just a smidgen of the challenges, the expression, a smidgen of, means a very small amount or a tiny portion. It shows that what Rhea faced is only a small sample of the difficulties ahead.
Is smidgen informal?
Yes. It's more casual, often used in speech or informal writing to mean a little bit.
So it emphasizes that the real challenges are much bigger.
Exactly. It highlights that this is only a tiny part of the overall difficulties.
At the reactor chamber, a rival faction tried to outbid her for control of energy reserves.
In the sentence, a rival faction tried to outbid her for control of energy reserves. The word outbid means to offer more than someone else in a competition, usually for resources or advantages. Here, it shows an attempt to gain control by offering more than Rhea.
Does outbid only relate to money?
Mostly in auctions or negotiations. But it can also mean competing to surpass someone in other ways.
So it emphasizes trying to win by offering more.
Exactly. It highlights a competitive attempt to gain an advantage.
But alas for them, Rhea had anticipated the move.
In the sentence, alas for them, Rhea had anticipated the move. The phrase alas for is used to express regret or misfortune for someone. It signals that something unfortunate is about to happen to them.
Is alas only used in writing?
Mostly. Yes. It's formal or literary and not common in casual speech.
So, alas for them means unfortunately for them.
Exactly. It highlights that they are about to face bad luck or trouble.
After analyzing gobs of sensor data,
In the phrase analyzing gobs of sensor data, the expression gobs of means a large amount or a lot of something. It's informal and emphasizes the sheer quantity of data Rhea had to examine.
Can gobs of be used in formal writing?
Usually not. It's more casual, often in speech or informal text.
So it just means tons of, or a huge amount of.
Exactly. It highlights abundance or a large volume of something.
she uncovered a cluster of system failures caused by sabotage.
In the phrase, a cluster of system failures, the expression, a cluster of, means a group of things that are close together or related. Here, it shows several system failures occurring together, not just one.
Can cluster be used for people too?
Yes, it can describe groups of people, objects, or events that are gathered or linked.
So it emphasizes that these failures are connected or happening together.
Exactly. It highlights grouping and concentration of related items.
The investigation revealed a spate of deceitful actions.
In the sentence, a spate of deceitful actions, the phrase a spate of means a sudden series or a large number of similar events. Here, it shows that many deceitful actions happened in a short period.
Can spate be used for positive things too?
Usually, it describes negative events, like problems or incidents. But sometimes it can describe a sudden rush of anything.
So it emphasizes both quantity and timing.
Exactly. It highlights a quick succession of related events.
By the colony's supposed stellar engineers.
In the phrase colonies supposed stellar engineers, the word stellar literally relates to stars. But here it means highly skilled or excellent. It emphasizes that these engineers were expected to be top-notch.
So it can mean outstanding, in addition to, related to stars.
Exactly. Context determines whether it's literal or figurative.
Is it common to use stellar to praise someone?
Yes. In informal and formal contexts, it often means exceptional or excellent.
Survival depended on quick thinking, stamina, and unwavering resolve, proving even in the vast cosmos, human ingenuity could prevail.
Next, let's listen to the whole passage one more time. This final listening will help you reinforce your understanding of both the story and the expressions we have discussed.
Commander Rhea received a dressing down from the Colony Council for ignoring critical safety protocols. Even as she faced harsh criticism, she refused to excoriate herself for daring to push boundaries. The Council would not brook any deviations from protocol, especially after a deferral payment for the colony's life-sustaining reactor had mysteriously vanished. Some crew members tried to masquerade competence, but the acute risk to oxygen supplies had already taken a heavy toll on morale. The failure could wreak havoc on the delicate ecosystem of the station, highlighting the gravity of every decision. Whispers of mutiny simmered in the corridors. The colony's founder, now impotent to change events, lay supine, staring at the transparent ceiling of the dome, while supply drones wobbled overhead. Saber-rattling factions tried to assert dominance, patrolling the rickety maintenance tunnels. Commander Rhea had to grit her teeth, advancing through the tottering sectors, ready to plod through endless data logs to secure survival. Rhea felt duty-bound to protect her crew. This crisis wasn't a one-off, just a smidgen of the challenges they'd face among the stars. At the reactor chamber, a rival faction tried to outbid her for control of energy reserves. But alas for them, Rhea had anticipated the move. After analyzing gobs of sensor data, She uncovered a cluster of system failures caused by sabotage. The investigation revealed a spate of deceitful actions by the colony's supposed stellar engineers. Survival depended on quick thinking, stamina, and unwavering resolve, proving even in the vast cosmos, human ingenuity could prevail.
That brings us to the end of this lesson. Thank you for your attention. And I hope the vocabulary and phrases from Stars Beyond Elysium will be helpful in your future English learning.